U.S. and Romanian troops charged down the Danube River in exercise Saber Guardian 23, shocking their mobility in difficult military terrain. At the spectacular Saber Guardian 23 exercise, U.S. and Romanian troops vigorously charged down the Danube River, proving that they are capable of moving quickly through challenging terrain during military operations. The stunning maneuver, known as the wet gap crossing by military planners, involved Allied forces stringing small boats and pontoon barges into a bridge across the rushing river. The success of this operation allowed 9 NATO Allied nations, Bulgaria, France, Italy, the Netherlands, North Macedonia, Poland, Portugal, Romania, and the United States, to bravely cross the river. In this simulation, helicopters and infantrymen provided covering fire, facing a smoldering enemy. The crossing is a complex and high-risk operation, which can only succeed through exceptional skill and coordination. Saber Guardian, held annually in the Black Sea region, aims to train the vital skills of NATO Allied forces. It is an indispensable part of the Defender 23 exercise series, which aims to enhance the United States' ability to rapidly reinforce Europe and carry out complex military tasks with Allied forces. The exercise ran from May 29 to June 9, 2023, exuding a spirit of unwavering courage and unity. Just 1 week after the opening ceremony of exercise Saber Guardian 23, Allies and NATO partners found themselves on the banks of the Danube River with only a few ways to cross it. During this part of the exercise, multi-role platform units from the Romanian Army, the U.S. Army and the Kingdom of the Netherlands were able to support carrying all equipment across the river. It's a pinnacle event, and it's a very high honor to be here and be the main effort for some of the shows here, and then get a chance to get out on the water where you have a chance to show what America can do with the 2 rafts here. They turn and burn all day, said U.S. Army Captain Spencer Black, Commander, 50th Multi-Role Bridge Company, 5th Engineer Battalion. They brought in some of the higher classes of military equipment so some of the bigger assault ships and bigger assault tanks could go through. It was an honor. The exercise began with simulated multinational artillery and aviation suppression of enemy forces across the Danube River. Afterward, the Romanian Piranha V infantry fighting vehicle and Romanian Navy patrol boat VD-159 suppressed the far side of the river with heavy machine gun fire to allow smaller Romanian boats and helicopters, as well as American helicopters, to rush the Romanian army to the opposite bank of the Danube River. Once there, the Romanian army obscured the crossing site with purple, red, and orange smoke, signaling the U.S. and Royal Dutch soldiers who had been staged earlier to begin ferrying the first wave of Romanian armored personnel carriers across the river, as American and Romanian attack helicopters pressed the far side with machine gun fire. Next, more Romanian armored personnel carriers rushed across the 700-meter floating ribbon bridge as the American and Dutch rafts returned to their starting positions to load Polish and Romanian infantry fighting vehicles. At that point, tactical vehicles from Italy, Macedonia, and Portugal began following the Romanian troops across the ribbon bridge in a slow, steady line. As the liaison units returned to transport the last few rotations of American and Polish infantry fighting vehicles, French motorcycles along with French armored vehicles and the last American infantry fighting vehicles crossed the floating ribbon bridge to conclude the wet gap crossing near Bordesani. When obstacles like this come to mind, a lot of the things we think about are the current, the speed, the distance of the gap, because we have to gauge what equipment we need to place there, so it's just the scope and scale of the obstacle itself, so we know what challenges we're facing so we can better plan to beat those challenges, Black said. Working tactically and operationally with so many countries was really cool. I got a chance to see some tactics, techniques, and procedures, especially for the Netherlands, and also Bulgaria. It was an opportunity one will never forget. It was great to see how they operate and what their equipment can do. Other countries in the exercise included Moldova and Bulgaria, as another wet gap crossing took place just 100 kilometers north near the town of Frecătii. June 6, 2023, marks the most important day of Saber Guardian 23, a massive military exercise involving NATO forces. On that day, in addition to the previously mentioned small exercise in Romania, there were also several activities conducted to test the capabilities of NATO forces in emergency situations and combat operations. One of the exercises conducted was a hospital exercise, which aimed to demonstrate the ability of NATO forces to evacuate casualties from the front line. The exercise involved medical and logistics forces to provide treatment and medical evacuation to the wounded in conflict areas. In addition, there was also a joint live-fire exercise involving several members from America, Italy, and Romania. The exercise was designed to train troops in launching rocket systems and synchronizing their fire missions along the Black Sea coast. The aim is to enhance cooperation between countries and the ability of NATO forces to deal with threats in the region. Exercise Saber Guardian 23 as a whole is a collaborative effort between NATO countries to improve interoperability and readiness of forces to deal with crisis situations. Through this exercise, NATO forces are expected to improve their coordination, communication, and tactical capabilities to maintain security and stability in the region. Saber Guardian 23, a component of Defender 23, is an exercise co-led by the Romanian Army and the U.S. Army at various locations in Romania to enhance the integration of multinational combat forces by engaging in events such as vehicle parades, medical training exercises, and river crossings. Defender 23 is a U.S. Army-led exercise in Europe and Africa that focuses on strategic deployment of forces based in the continental United States, use of the Army prepositioning stock, and interoperability with allies and partners. Running from April 22 to June 23, Defender 23 demonstrated user RAF's ability to rapidly combine U.S.-based combat power in Eastern Europe, increase NATO alliance lethality through long-range fires, build unit readiness in a combined complex, multinational environment, and leverage host nation capabilities to increase user RAF's operational reach. Defender 23 includes more than 7,000 U.S. and 17,000 multinational service members from over 20 countries who will participate, including, but not limited to, Estonia, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Latvia, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Spain, United Kingdom, and the United States.